And has anyone played? Yes. So they have had one match where it looks like Michael from Singularity was able to barely get by Crayon. Crayon? Who I believe was a sub this week. So,
Yes.
so Singularity
Michael
drawing
last
first
week.
blood. Huh?
Said I played Michael last week
Oh, you did? Okay.
from the grocery store, and it was a good set of matches.
Yeah, he's a good guy. So we are jumping into this game. It looks like they've started.
Kappa's hand is looking awfully gold.
Oh, that's what I want to hear. I'm getting excited. All right, so Kappa bringing the gold druid. So he's
So that's why he's ranked 20, because he just already beat the game.
yeah, he's already beaten the game. And then Espada bringing.
My oh my! This is not. If I'm Esepata, yeah, Esepata right now, I am surprised.
So I just want to point out the Golden Show and Yeti you get from like rank 55 and 56, I believe, with Warrior. So I believe it's Warrior. Yes, I'm positive it's Warrior.
Also, let's note the fact that there's a Chillwind Yeti in his deck.
Yes, and yeah, so that's really cool on its own. But he also is clearly proficient with Warrior. This might be an all gold deck, and that makes me extremely excited. I also the Yeti. This list I think is the newest iteration of Druid on Tempo Storm's meta snapshot, and there was a lot of discussion over the Yeti, and a lot of people are actually liking the Yeti, and I think it's great. I'm glad to see the Yeti return, and especially
What's the idea behind it?
It's supposed to help out your curve against. There's so many just like you got your hybrid mid range hunters, you got your mech mages, you got so many sort of quicker decks that it's gonna be just a fat guy to help out your mid game
Just soak
more.
things up. Yeah.
Right, and I mean with the amount of mana acceleration in the form of wild growths and innervates, the 4-drop is so important. If your opening hand has either of those cards, you're gonna get that turn, 2 or 3. Anyway, into the game. This is gonna be an all gold Druid deck, and I think that's just fantastic, and I just love.
I'm hoping we get some time to see more of it because this is going real fast.
This might go really fast, and this is an experience I'm very familiar with. No matter how many golden cards you have, it doesn't make you any better at the game. Yeah, I empathize with Kappa, but he has the defensive cards, so he may be able to slow this down, and we don't really know what kind of deck Espada.
Without a heal, though, there's.
Oh, I think I might have. Back glitched. Okay, I have to rejoin.
Took the beast out, which is nice, but you can easily just drop the creeper kill command. You can almost lethal, not quite.
Oh man, I really missed quite a few turns. Okay.
No, just the one turn. It's just a hunter.
Just the one turn. It's just a hunter. Okay. Wow. So the Sludge Belcher comes out. Oh my gosh, so much gold. Love it.
Get in there and fight,
And
maggot!
Espada is going to remove that extremely efficiently. Wow, he's just wiping up this. Interesting. That actually affects the swipe quite profoundly. We see that's a freezing trap. It seems to be the theme tonight. This could still be a mid-range, but it really seems like it's probably hybrid. And hybrid is heavily favored against Druid, and it's especially heavily favored against a Druid that had nothing to do till turn 4.
Well, he didn't draw Wild Growth.
Right, I mean, yeah.
As we all know, it's the biggest misplay in Hearthstone.
Yeah, that was definitely a misplay. So he has the Innervate. It's not going to help him out too much. I think he might just...
Where shall I
He's definitely going to taunt up here. The Innervate does actually nothing for him, which is unfortunate. And that... 1, 6, 3, 8... Yeah, that's lethal. No, he doesn't have enough mana. Wait, 6 plus 5. Oh, he's 1 off lethal. So this Shredder drop is actually huge. Yeah, so Espada is 1 off lethal. And Kappa is electing to... which is an interesting play. I guess you're just so desperate at this point you just want that extra health. And I think he's
gonna go
kill this 2-1. And really the downside is if it's a snake trap that would catastrophe. That is not going to be lethal. And so Espada isn't quite there. The Shredder could create lethal though if it's a flame totem. I believe is the only way this could be lethal. A flame tongue, yeah, that is the only way. So he elects. All right, so he's gonna go with this play, and this is just. I mean, it's so hard to come back from this. He's gonna put him down to 2 health, so that's devastating. And Kappa is pretty much screwed no matter what he draws. Okay, so that was a very quick game. You can't even pop the Shredder and hope for a miracle. So
yeah,
that's game 1, and that's Hunter for you.
That's Hunter operating efficiently.
And that is why 39 people in the league brought it this week. It was the 2nd most represented class. It is just, I mean, it's
relentless.
A class. Yeah,
it's a class that wins often.
Yeah. So Kappa struggling with his baby gold druid. Hopefully, he'll have a better matchup this time. Although I must say, he's going into a warlock. And
I think he's just gonna switch over to his golden paladin.
Right. Wow. Yes. And this is a divine favor, so it's aggro paladin, and he's going up against Malygos, or maybe Dragons. Warlock. At this point, there's like legitimately 5 different warlock classes on ladder that are absolutely like good decks. And I've seen on the competitive Hearthstone forum, like there's a couple new lists without Malygos. They're just dragon warlocks, and they seem really strong. I've run into a couple on ladder, so I'll be really interested if Esepata is bringing that. It's really cutting edge, and it's hard for Kappa to kind of anticipate what's coming next. It also has you constantly guessing, like if Malygos is coming down. So we're jumping right in. A lot of
and he's got having the ET in the opening hand is huge. Siphon Soul's not going to see much value this game though.
So Siphon Soul, I believe, is in the Dragons list. I'm not entirely sure, but I believe this is the very, very new Dragons list without Malygos. It isn't a Malylock. But I could be wrong. It could be a variation of it. The one dragon list I did face on ladder had the Siphon Soul. All right, so we see Kappa getting a start. The Abusive Sergeant is an instant indicator that this is aggro paladin, which is a very popular deck on ladder. It's seen a meteoric rise. So we're gonna see the coined out Earthen Ring, and there is really not a great way for Kappa to respond to that. Although, I guess you just go for this, huh? You just Knife Juggler, Thread on the South Sea, and hope for the 50-50. That's a huge hit if the Knife Juggler hits it, because he's able to maintain his entire board. And Espada's got no response for a while. It misses, and that's devastating. So he has to now run in both, because that Juggler is just way too valuable. I will also say this Divine Favor really is just incredible.
Is really good.
Warlocks just
especially against a Warlock. Because he's just going to tap here, or smart play. That's the right call.
Yeah. And that's just a tempo big game hunter.
Wow. I think that's a little bit greedy. I probably would have dropped the Squire and taken the Divine Favor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. That's fair. And this Implosion is gonna hit for 4.
Big.
So that's pretty big. And now I guess you want to get the Argent Protector out of your hand, or what do you do? I guess you Squire and then Divine Favor.
I'd probably protect her in Divine Favor.
Would you focus on the board?
You have this on face, right? I mean, all right, so have you been playing a lot of aggro paladin? I don't know any. I'm really terrible with it.
Yeah, I mean those. I would continue to focus on the board here. I mean you got no damage in your hand.
Not on my watch.
Well, not yet. Let's see with 5 cards. 4 cards.
Blessing of Might's a pretty good one. Blessing of Kings is an extremely good one. Blessing of Might's another really...
And there's a bunch of
What?
damage.
That's all the damage.
Oh, look!
So the thing is, though, he doesn't have the chargers, and Esepata has the heal bot, so... And the Sludge Belcher. So...
But he still
Espata's gonna
can't.
be
He
able to
can't fully
this
clear the board here.
Oh, he can't. Okay, so that's a huge deal. Well, he could use the
He can
black,
at least pop it.
right? 1, 2.
Nope.
He'll pop
He
Blackwing. Yeah,
he doesn't have any.
Oh, he doesn't have a dragon.
dragons.
Oh, that's annoying. Okay. So I guess you heal bot here. Okay, and that heal bot's actually just not gonna work out quite as well as a.
I don't know if I feel like the Sludge Belcher is the.
Oh, he doesn't pop the bubble.
That I find strange too.
That's a big. That could be really big.
Actually,
so the Night Juggler is going for the
It's gonna
snipe
be
here.
fine because he's sitting on that Siphon Soul.
Well, oh, and the snipe happens. Oh my gosh! So now you just double Blessing of Might here, right? Oh, he's okay. Kappa's not as greedy as I am. I'm just getting carried away.
I think next turn he might Blessing of Kings double might one thing.
Well, Belcher Mortal Coil seems pretty fair. Mortal Coil first, I guess. I don't know what would change your mind. I guess a dragon to activate the Blackwing would be
Blessing
pretty
of Might on the Blessing of Kings on the Squire is gonna trade, pretty much for free with that Belcher.
Yep.
good. Ow. Yep. This is really cool to see this this aggro paladin. I've never really seen too many games from the aggro paladin's perspective. I've just seen it as
It's really sitting on that. Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess he really is treating it like burst damage and not. But I just don't see. I don't know what to do.
He could get punished by
Reporting for duty.
by some AOE here. It's very vulnerable.
Yeah, I guess he's just going, oh, and there's the AoE, but there's no way to activate it. So Esepata is just really vulnerable. We're going to see the heal bot drops, almost definitely. And, well, that's not lethal, is it?
No.
It might
An
be.
AOE?
He's got
He
10
did
extra
draw the
damage in his
AoE, but
hand.
he's got no way to activate it. That's 6, or that's 3, 5, 8, 12, 16 plus 6, 22 plus 1.
I don't know how you what
23.
the order in which you do math
Okay,
surprises me.
I think he has 23 damage. The juggler going is going to be 4 damage. So
I think he has 22 damage.
well,
That'll do it.
That's
Whoa.
Golden Leroy. That's a Golden Leroy. I don't even have that. That's ridiculous. Anyway, Kappa just coming out of nowhere with this paladin.
Boom.
And he's going to use the top deck, tilt to really drive it home.
Well played.
And that, I mean, you gotta, man.
Ow.
Something else. Alright, so Kappa just in style.
Yeah, the strong aggro decks are running the show here.
Yep, and that was another golden paladin, so yeah, this guy knows his way around ladder. And what's interesting is Kappa was able to see a decent amount, a little bit of that deck. He saw the implosions with the heal bots, and what that shows is it's not handlock. He knows it's not handlock, and he knows it's not zoo. So he can infer that it's probably, I would be guessing Mallylock, but it
He
could
didn't see anything dragon related come down.
Right. So this is I'm not.
Well, I guess
really,
he knows it's not zoo, so this isn't an unsafe bring, I guess.
Right.
Might be
He's
his
gonna try to
line
get the druid out of the way. So I don't know Mally. Well, first of all, we're not really sure if it's Malygos or if it's dragons. Actually, I'm gonna look that up really quick.
We still haven't even seen a single dragon.
Right. I think the fact that it has the what was the one card that I saw that I thought meant?
Oh, Wild Growth. There we go.
Oh, you got Wild Growth. Oh.
Yeah, look, there's a Soulfire in Esepata's hand, which says Mally to me. Oh, wow. Innervate, and Wild Growth, and the coin.